the Nifty Show.
The next evolution of wargaming is coming to the Wax blockchain, and this is some next level stuff. This is the Nifty Show. I'm Joel Comm, and that other guy, well, that would be Zach. Hi, Zach.
Hi, how you doing?
And you're relocated now. You are officially a distant neighbor. You're about an hour away from me in San Juan. Welcome to Puerto Rico.
Muchas gracias.
Glad to have you on the island, and really excited to speak with today's guest. The project is called Warsaken, and our guest is one of the project team members, Daniel Coleman, who's actually been part of the Blockchain Heroes community for as long as I can remember. Daniel, welcome to the show.
Thanks. Yeah, I was day one on the Discord. Yeah, in fact, you guys are the ones that brought me to Wax. Joel and Travis and Joel brought me here. Zach and Joel, it's awesome to be here with you guys. Your Spanish is getting better. Your accents are getting better all the time. It's good to hear from Puerto Rico. I actually lived there for a couple of years.
Where?
Nice here. I lived all over. I lived in a bunch of small towns, Coamo and Aguas Buenas and Añasco and Toa Baja, Cabo Rojo. So yeah, just kind of all over the island.
Nice.
So it's always good to hear details and hear what you guys are eating and all that stuff.
Eating
but that's
food.
not what we're here to talk about today anyway.
We're here to talk about eating NFTs.
Yes.
Because they're so delicious. This game looks incredible. It's called Warsaken. The website is warsaken.com. And to kick things off, let's go ahead and play a short trailer video for the game.
Yes.
You want war, let's go, leaving enemy leaders down on the floor. I take off with the loot, I don't fumble, and I put it on West while I run up the number. I'm cracking over me a pack, yeah, I'm about to nuke 'em where they at, yeah. If you play the game, then you get the loot, you claiming it, now it's belonging to you. I'm launching a ballistic missile to destroy territory. Snipers eliminated the enemy leaders, cause it's mandatory. Man, I feel sorry for you if you ain't on my team, cause we always lit. If you trying to get down with some action, then it ain't too late for you to go and enlist.
Warsaken.
Boom. This is some explosive stuff right here. A trading card game on the Wax blockchain. I remember when you first came to us, 5-6 months ago, talking about that you were building this. And Zach, you remember seeing this the first time?
I do. I remember noting the sheer production quality, and that's clearly held up. As this is looking to be one of the single most polished projects to release on Wax, period, if not on blockchain, period, which is incredibly exciting.
There's so much to unpack here, Daniel. I'm gonna turn you loose here, and I've got controls of the screen. And if there's anywhere you want me to click to show and tell, just tell us all about this here.
Awesome. I appreciate you guys saying that. Your opinions mean a lot. And yeah, we talked, it was back in like March or April. It was way early on, maybe as late as May. So I kind of saw the same thing that you saw when I first got involved with the game. So I have a friend who's on the team that I know from way back. He had developed this game, had been building it for years, a couple of years, play testing, doing all the art. There's 244 base cards in the set. And when I saw it and I had been working with them, and then I got involved with the Wax blockchain, I'm like, okay, you guys need to come and take a look with this. Got them to come and look at the blockchain, look at Wax. At first they're like, what the heck are NFTs? How does our game tie into crypto? Once they got the vision, it was like, oh yeah, this is what we need to do. We need to go digital first. And so we've got this game that's ready to go, fully developed. The art's like 95% done at that point. All the cards are ready. They've been play tested extensively. And so we've just been, since then, we formed our company in April. And since then, we've just been working around the clock to get it ready, get the NFTs ready for the pack sale, which happens on December 15th, just days away, and then start building the game on the blockchain. Because like Zach said, when I saw this, I'm like, this is a ready to go project. Unlike anything that's out there, we're just going to blow the market away. And the response has been amazing. We've got our Legion and our Discord has just come alive. Everybody's super excited. I love seeing the effects that you see there on the screen. We've got, like I said, we've got 244 base cards plus 24 special editions. And then each one comes in about 10 or more rarities, from the camo to the smoke noir to the night vision. And of course, we've got some one of ones in there. The blood foils are one of four for some editions, but the one that's on the screen there is an infinite edition leader where he's got a different pose. And that's a one of one, which you have to have one of those to get our highest level of staking. So once you get to the very top levels of staking, and it's a lot to unpack, I know, but then you need one of those one of ones to get up there to the very top.
Now, the application of different variations of cards into a game where all of the cards are playable is unusual to this degree. Like, obviously, Splinterlands has the gold foils, but there's only those two versions of the card. So the question is obvious. Do different variations impact gameplay, or is that purely for cosmetic and staking reasons?
Great question. We do have a few cards that are give you a slight advantage. Like instead of 140 health, you might get 150. So a very slight advantage. As far as gameplay, it's mostly going to be a flex just to go and play with this awesome deck. Where staking comes in, there's a whole different matter. But so that's where the 24 special edition cards come in. We've got 244 base, then we've got 14 infinite leaders, and then 10 G-Force. So it'll be the same, like the Kraken is one of our huge warships. And it requires like 7 different resources to play it. But the G-Force Kraken, it's all generic resources. So you don't need specific fuel or power. You can play with any any resource to get the G-Force. So there are slight advantages. Where it comes into staking, and we have a passive staking system where if you sign up, then you can get XP for cards you hold in your wallet. And the higher rarities are going to get you a lot more XP. Also with gameplay, if you play the game with higher levels, then you'll get more XP. We're going to have a subscription model. It'll be monthly. And with that, you can play with any standard card, but it's like the base common level. So you're playing for the minimum XP. But if you can mix in we're going to have a combination where you can mix in if you have a few rares, you can mix those in and increase your XP. So the play to earn, it really is going to reward people who are building their deck and getting some of these rarer cards.
So is the gameplay any different from a traditional TCG? Have you guys? Yeah.
It's a very similar. You have one leader, you have 4 territories, and then you have a deck of 60 cards. That's your arsenal. The resources are not in your deck. You just draw those as you need because your territories and some of the other cards will produce resources each turn. And the goal is to take out the enemy leader. And so you can do that you can't do that until they're compromised, which means either all 4 of their territories have been destroyed, their morale is down to 0, or you've milled out their entire deck down to 0 so they don't have a draw pile, and then you can attack their leader.
So I know this right off the bat there. You're describing multiple different types of strategies that a player could center a deck around in order to offer different play styles.
I'm so happy to hear. I know you're a big time gamer, and I'm glad that you're seeing that and kind of already working out the angles in your head, because we have intel cards, we have morale cards, we have WMDs, we have forces, we have buildings. And so, based on who your leader is and what their abilities are, because each of the leaders have countdown timers. They have one that resets every 2 rounds and one that only comes up every 5 turns. And so that 5 turn is kind of a big, almost game ender. Like if you play your cards right, you can end the game. So it kind of builds up, and the intensity really grows. I find myself scooting to the edge of my seat as the game goes on because of that. And so, you're going to want to build the deck. Some leaders are very intel heavy, and so you're going to want to build the deck with more intel cards. So
I love that we actually had a practical application for you to say if you play your cards right. Like, I mean, we use that as a metaphor all the time. You actually mean it.
You have to play your cards right.
What's the actual story here? I know you've got it here on the story page, but tell us what's happening in the game.
So this is how I came on board. Like I said, I'm a published author. I've been writing for about 15 years or publishing. And they needed someone to come in and write the lore because they had a whole developed ecosystem, kind of a world. And so I came in and I did a lot of the writing for this. So it's basically a planet very similar to Earth, could be the same, that diverge differently. And you've got these leaders or you've got these territories, and resources are becoming very scarce. So it's almost like a worldwide battle for resources. And you've got all these different countries, federations around the world that are fighting for these resources, but they all have different strengths. Some of them are like just this giant population, huge superpower. Another one is like a smaller island, but they have a strong navy. You've got like the Brotherhood of Ruin, which is more of like a coalition of people, maybe not as defined borders. And just like, and so 14 different leaders, each with different backstories, different different ways they interact with each other, different types of intrigue, different types of powers, and you can read about them there. Warsaken.com/story has a lot of the details of their backstories and bios.
Now, I'm super curious about this because all sorts of modern military media that, typically doesn't have licensing to specific gun manufacturers and whatnot will have proxies for weapons that are supposed to represent very specific real world equivalents. And sometimes archetypal proxies for nations, where the freedom loving republic is generally the America of the bunch. So, what is the approach that Warsaken has taken to that?
Another really good question. And when we designed specifically the art, we didn't want it to look like any brand of gun. So a lot of it is based on just made up fantasy. Same with the planes, like not representing any country. So we made it so it's kind of the same technique and the same mechanics. The weapons would work, and the tanks and the planes. It's a little bit futuristic in some ways. We have kinetic space cannons, orbital ray guns, things like that. As far as the countries and how they interact, you can get a feel for certain ones as you go through and read about the leaders, read about the different territories, which has been another awesome thing because in our Discord we've got 22,000 members, and so many different people gravitate to different leaders. Some of them will like that huge superpower country that uses all the missiles. Other ones will like more of the gritty kind of underdog type one. Another one will love the one that's huge on tech and robots and droids. And so we have a lot of people, and this just started. I was talking to someone last night. This just started out of the blue. Our fans just started taking profile pictures of some of our characters off of our cards and changing their name to characters. Like we have President Ziena is one of the people in there. We have Premier Zoff. We have Baron Valoran.
Now, wait. This is not Princess Ziena. This is Catherine Zeta-Jones.
This image does look like her, and we actually have a couple different images of her in our art, and you can see her from different angles. You're like, okay, I kind of see. We've got the pirate Thado Lathabo. Like he's kind of like a loose cannon. If he's strangling someone, he may just tell him a joke as like he's choking the air out of them. So yeah, people are really identifying with the different leaders and just kind of championing. We have arguments, even though you can't play the game yet. We have arguments in our Discord about why one is better than the other and why Great Emperor Shengli is the only leader, the only true leader. So people are really taken to the lore and taking it deeply.
Well, this is shaping up to be really big. And when I scroll down the page to actually buy the NFTs, it shows that there are 3 different styles of packs. So take us through these here, the supply, what people are going to get in them, the price, and so forth.
Awesome. We're a game first company. And it was funny when we sat down for one of our first major strategic meetings. I don't know if I said it or one of the other team members said it, but we were all thinking, we want to make sure everybody can play. Like we want to limit the number of NFTs, but our main thing is we want to make sure people can play. So those booster packs, even though they're only $4.99, they have 18 cards in them. They're mostly standard cards, which are common cards with a border, and you get one premium slot in there, which could be anything minted from 25 up to 1,000. We don't have our numbers up yet. We're going to have those in the next day or two as far as the percentage.
You have no chance of getting anything.
Zero chance. So this one, yeah, you have that one card that could be anything from 1,000 mint down to 25. Mm-hmm. And you can play with these cards. You need 65 cards for a deck. So honestly, you'll need about 5 of these packs if you want to be able to mix and match it and design a deck. Our next one is the Elite Pack. And these are, as a standard, they're uncommon cards. So they're full art, no border cards. And there's also two premium, one ultra premium slot, one premium slot. And then you get a couple, like a guaranteed rank 4 and a guaranteed rank 3, which is kind of a higher firepower in the game. But that ultra premium slot is anything minted from 1,000 all the way down to 1. So you'll have crossover between the premium and ultra premium, but those ultra premium slots are the only place you can get the one of 1s and the super, the one of 10s and things like that. And then premium pack, $79.99. There's 9,999 of these, and this is nothing but premiums. You get 2 of our special resource cards, which just look cool. They don't really give you any benefit in the game. They may give you some extra XP. I'm not sure, but it's 2 ultra premium slots and then 3 premium slots. We do have an upgrading capability where you can burn 5 of one card to get a higher level card. So if you take 5 commons, you can get a metal card, which is full art, and the XP increases significantly. And then you can combine 5 of those to get a fire forged card. So yeah, a couple different levels. And then we have a first wave upgrade card. If you use one of those in the mix, then it'll increase that XP even more. So if you include even one of these first wave cards, and they can take the place of any card you're upgrading. So any of those 5, up to 3 of those can be upgrade cards. And you can go, if you play your cards right, you can go from, if you look right there, that base card is 300 XP, which is really good because that's one of our infinite leaders. Just for the base is 300 XP. But if you upgrade those, so either 4 of those and 1 upgrade card, or 2 of those and 3 upgrade cards, any combination there, you can get 90,000 XP. So and a plus 10 to the health of the NFT for gameplay. So it's got a couple benefits. The way that the XP works, just to cover it real briefly, is you earn XP based on what you hold in your card. So it's not earning it every day. It's basically whatever XP you have, that gives you a rank. And then based on your rank, then you get daily loot payouts.
Now that's the staking system, but what is at stake in the actual player versus player gameplay? What can we win?
You can win XP by doing that, and that will add up to your rank so you can get more loot. The main thing in our loot packs, or in our loot ecosystem, is going to be loot packs. So yeah, here's the loot page you're showing, which is has a lot of the details. Loot packs will contain 1 loot slot, which will be a loot crate anywhere. It'll either have 200 loot, 2,000 loot, 20,000 loot, or 2 million. So a big range there. You could really hit it big. And then it'll have special 2 loot slots, which will be 2 ultra premium slots.
Give me all the loots. I mean, look at these
I
numbers
know.
here. So it says here, claim loot through the Warsaken app. So is there going to be a mobile app?
It will be coming. It'll be exactly like the site. Like as we're building the site, everything we build at Warsaken.cards is exactly what's going to be on the app. So you'll be able to play, you'll be able to claim, you'll be able to purchase the loot packs and our monthly packs. So in addition to our initial pack sale, we're going to have monthly pack sales starting at the beginning of February, where we'll sell some more packs every month. But those cards out of those packs are included in the original mints. So when you see the mint on any of the cards you draw from a pack, it's for the whole year. We're not going to be adding to that or changing those numbers.
There's a lot of content here. I mean, this is amongst the best fleshed out, games that I've seen on blockchain. There's no question about it. And I understand that you have a surprise for listeners of the Nifty Show, something exclusive.
We do. I brought claim codes with me. And so I'm super excited about these. We've got the A2 Nemesis, which is one of our planes to give away.
All right. And here's how people can find those codes. Go to Nifty.Show/121. Nifty.Show/121. And there are 2 codes that'll be in the show notes. They're 12-digit alphanumerics, and trying to dictate them to you right now, it will be difficult for you guys to keep up with. If I just say A4WC ATDJ P9HH, you'll be like, what? I mean, that's what I just said, one of the codes. Nifty.Show/121. So there's 2 codes, and explain what the 2 codes do. And can I use them both?
You can try. Well, okay. So you go to Warsaken.cards/redeem. You will need a Wax wallet to log in, and then you pick one of the codes. You enter it into the slot there, and you take your chances. There's a little bit of RNG involved. One of the codes is for a black camo, which is a mint of 50, which is a heroic level for us. And one of them is a promo card, which is minted up to 500. And they're both playable, stakeable, usable in the game. If you try one and you enter it poorly or you have success, then you'll get locked out for a 3-hour cooldown. If you enter one that says all NFTs have been claimed, then try the other one because those black camos will go fast. If you're listening right now, you probably want to pause, run and do that, and then come back.
There you go. Thanks for the special gift. This is a Nifty Show exclusive. And did you say that the cards are going to be playable in the game?
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, this is the A2 Nemesis, which is one of our air forces. It's an airplane. It brings me tons of joy to come here because I have claimed so many free NFTs from listening to the Nifty.Show and watching blockchain or the Bad Crypto podcast. So it's all about paying back. I know Travis used to talk all the time. He wants to create 1,000 millionaires or something. Like, I think that's the number he throws out. And just the impact that you guys have had on the space and on me. I remember my first day coming into Wax. I kind of scrimped a couple $100, which felt like a pretty big investment. Bought some Wax, came in, bought some blockchain heroes, bought a few other things. But I was like working the auction houses every day, trying to find something on sale so I could resell it, just kind of climbing, learning what I could about the space, making tons of friends. And I still have tons of friends from the Blockchain Heroes group. And fast forward a year, because it's been about a year since I've been here. Now I'm on the team of one of the biggest projects to hit it. It's going to be a blockbuster. We're going to put a huge stamp on the space on December 15th, I think, bringing a game that's fully developed and is game first to the blockchain and not building something on the blockchain. Something we haven't seen a lot of. And I think we're going to see some huge franchises, some huge IP coming in the coming years. We're going to see everybody here. But for now, to be here, to be a pioneer with you guys, I just can't stop smiling. It's been a great day as I've looked forward to recording this with you, and it's been awesome chatting with you about it.
I know when you're talking about game first, Zach is over there just grinning ear to ear because that's his motto as well.
I certainly did say that ad infinitum in the course of developing and releasing Draco Dice Series 1, and we'll continue with that going forwards because ultimately it's not about the profits to be made from buying the products, it's about the experiences to be gained.
Well, Daniel, thanks for coming on, for your support of Bad Crypto, Nifty.Show, Blockchain Heroes, and all we've created. We're behind you here on this. The launch takes place December 15th, 3 o'clock in the afternoon on the left coast Pacific time. Credit card only, but you'll need a Wax wallet.
Nope, sorry, we made a change and we need to update that. We are Wax only. So we made this thing just a few days ago. We announced it to the Legion. It is Wax only. So yeah, you have time to get your Wax and stack that.
All right. Good time to stack Wax too. 3 different packs, $4.99 boosters, $24.99 elite packs, $79.99 premium packs, and then the upgrade cards. Plenty of time, right? This is like, yes, there's going to be a mad rush for people to get in, but everybody should be able to get their packs to play the game, correct?
We get the question almost every day, oh man, I feel bad that I missed out on this, that I wasn't in at the ground floor. And we're like, good news. We haven't sold a single NFT yet. Like, there's a lot on the secondary market. We were up to number 12 at one point on the Atomic Hub ranking, just based on secondary sales of the promos we've given away. So the response has been enormous. I got a shout out to our Legion one more time. Like, the community we've built there, I have friends all over the world. Today, I talked to a guy who I found out is from Sri Lanka, and we've just been chatting. We've been kind of hanging out. I had no idea. So yeah, the experiences, like Zach mentioned, have been amazing, and it's not too late to get in on the ground level, which is the most exciting thing in the space, because really it's about the hunt and getting there and getting in early and being a pioneer. You guys understand what I'm talking about, just the thrill, and that adds so much to the experience.
Nifty.Show /121. Grab your promos while you can, Daniel. You're not going to need luck. I'd say good luck. You're not going to need, you guys are going to kill it.
Thanks, Joel. I appreciate that.
Warsaken.com. Zach, I know you're going to be playing this as soon as you can, aren't you? This is right up your alley.
I'll certainly be collecting the assets, if nothing else.
Yeah. Fantastic. Well, we appreciate all of you joining us for today's show. Get ready for Warsaken, or you will be forsaken. And then you'll cry tears because you'll have missed it. Don't miss it. Enlist. You can actually go put your name and your email on the website right now and enlist in the game and campaign. And we'll catch you guys next time around. And for his first time from Puerto Rico, Zach brings us home.
Keep it nifty.
Looking into the future, what do we see? It's lined with digital collectibles, we call them NFTs. Games, trading cards, digital art, and those crypto kitties. Joel and Zach are the hosts, you'll know. Joel and Zach say this will blow. They're locked and loaded, so ready, set, go! It's the Nifty, really kind of spiffy. The Nifty Show.